Yo, Herobrine. Not going to bore you with any of the details. You've heard it all before. I'm just going to cut to the chase. I'm going to do surviving 100 days in the world he was first ever sighted in and seeing what happens along the way. Now with that short intro out of the way, onto the video. Hope you enjoy. And there I was, the infamous Herobrine sighting world. Now I'm not one to get that spooked by things, but things did feel a little eerie. Whether it was the unknown on the other side of the fog, or even just the vibe of old Minecraft. Even just being in the world Herobrine was first ever sighted in fell a little off. But I wasn't going to let it get to me. So I went to do the first thing you do in almost every Minecraft world. Get wood. With my first achievement under my belt, oh wait no, yeah, those don't exist in this version, I set off exploring. Didn't take long till I found this nice little cove area, but I figured I'll explore it a bit more, because I didn't want to be setting up my base too quickly. Then I completely shattered my legs, because my fall wasn't broken by one block of water in this version. Then along the shore I found a place that looked good for building a bit of a base. With some haste I decided to look at the shore. It was a bit of a bore. Ended up finding a mad cow. Don't know how. A bit more exploring later I found some very strange generation. But to be fair, this was normal for this version. And I found my first ore in this world. Some coal. After some painfully slow swimming, I decided to go back and grab that coal. I figured I'd had enough exploring today. But first I obviously needed pickaxe, stone, you know how it goes. Entered the Stone Age. Well, I would have if it was new Minecraft, but this is old Minecraft, so that also doesn't exist yet. Crafted myself stone tools and a furnace. Decided I wanted to grab another one though, so I mined a bit more. And then I realised I'd practically made myself a 2x2 tunnel, which if you didn't know was something Herobrine was known for making. I'm sure that won't come back to haunt me at all. Grabbed some torches because those were going to be necessary if I was going to survive this. I don't know how I'd survive a pitch black night outside at all if there were no torches around. After a bit more sightseeing on my way back to where I was going to set up base, I found some pigs and yeah, they had to go. But then I noticed it was getting dark, and luckily I'd got back to where I was about to set up base, so I quickly scurried down and settled. For my first night in the world I possibly shared with Herobrine. Made sure to set up some torches. Herobrine's very well known weakness. No really, look, it says right here on his wiki. He is deathly afraid of torches. Totally unedited. Just don't look that up yourself. Anyways, made sure to double door up because this world just felt like it needed it. And finally got a full set of stone tools. And then I expanded my little base a bit more. I spooked myself figuring out you could open a door through a door. Pretty weird. And then messed around with them like the tool I am. And then the music kicked in. Which would normally be quite calming, but I think just mixed with the vibe of the world, it felt quite eerie in the moment and sounded a bit off. By this point, with the music and nighttime and just the darkness, I was getting quite scared, honestly. It's not like I thought there was anything out there realistically, but I don't know. The dark was just pretty unnerving. Almost like there could have been something on the other side of it. Maybe even watching. I'd honestly had enough of looking out in the dark. Just the thought of something possibly coming through there and peering through the door was just a bit much, so I decided to block off the door for now. And then I figured it was time for some renovations. Considering I was going to be in here for the whole night, I thought might as well expand a little. So I got to it, made some chests, expanded the roof a bit because it was a little claustrophobic. Spooked myself yet again with the doors. Figured out you could punch them to open them. Then I started working on a bit of a staircase. That was until I'll just let you see what happened and experience it yourself. This honestly terrified me. I was not expecting random footsteps after the music faded out. Luckily I could breathe a sigh of relief after I heard the skeleton noises. It was still quite weird how it took it that long to make the noise though. So, knowing it was just skeletons, to my knowledge, I began work on the staircase again. I took a step back, looked at the renovations. They seemed alright, so I decided to look outside, check on the time, and I came out to day 2. And yes, I did have to punch the sheep. That was the only way to get wool in this version. But with day 2 being on us, I decided to explore a little. I want to play a game. Let's see if you can guess what happens next. A. Herobrine appears right in front of me. B. All the leaves on the trees disappear. C. A creeper sneaks up behind me and blows me up. Or D. Herobrine smites me. It was C. I got the fright of my life from a creeper sticking up behind me. Then I had to escape the other creeper that was after me. I honestly got quite scared from the explosion. I've never been snuck up on by a creeper like that before. I guess they were just much sneaker in older versions. After retreating to my base to heal up after the creeper, I cooked myself a pork chop, because that was the only way to regain health in this version, since you had no hunger bar, no saturation to heal up, or anything. Not even just normal regen. Sorry for interrupting, but we're almost at the halfway point, and I just wanted to say thank you for watching this far already. It means a lot, since it's my first Minecraft video. I appreciate it a lot. And yes, I'm gonna do the annoying YouTube thing of asking if you could consider subscribing and like, comment, that stuff. But you don't have to just yet if you don't want to. But if you stick around till the end and decide that you want to, it would be very much appreciated. But if you've enjoyed it so far, I would say consider liking. It does help a lot. And I'd also like to add here that I will be going through comments, taking recommendations on what to build, what to do, so make sure to leave some comments, because I will be reading them, and possibly even building the top comment of this video on episode 3, and so on and so forth. But anyway, that's enough of me. Back to the video. Hope you enjoy. So with that, I was back off adventuring. I decided to head back in the direction of where I found the coal. But then I found a 2x2 hole. I didn't really think on it much, but, you know, it being the Herobrine world and all, it was a little odd, but I shrugged it off. It was probably just some weird world generation. Found some sugarcane. It wasn't going to be that useful in terms of enchanting, since enchantment tables didn't exist, but with the limited block palette, being able to make bookshelves was going to be pretty nice for adding detail. Then I found my first pieces of iron, sadly only 2, but it was a start. Then a little ways away from that cave, I found 2 more, which were a little creepy, but that was probably just because of the fog. The first one didn't have too much, but the second one had a few pieces of coal. After exiting the cave, I took a bit of a wander and found what looked to be a natural diving board. Something told me it wasn't going to be the best idea to take that way down, so I went the safe way. And along the way I found some flowers, so I thought, might as well take those back for some decoration. Aww. After grabbing some flowers, I found some coal. And then it was back to the base. Luckily I made it back just in time for night. And on my way back I grabbed some cactus and decorated the outside of my base with the flowers I got. Then I experienced my first glitch, which didn't seem like that big of an issue. It was old Minecraft after all, there was going to be quite a few bugs, I assumed. So I got stuck and had to rejoin. Luckily that fixed it. Did catch me quite off guard though, it turning to night and then immediately experiencing a bug. Being the world and all. But a few bugs here and there were bound to happen, so it didn't bother me much. With it being night and not having much to do but work on my base, I tried making some fences and then found out they weren't in this version. They were actually released in a version after this one, literally the one right after it, which was quite unfortunate. So, with seemingly nothing else to do, I mined. After a little mining, I found my first cave. I was, to be completely honest, kinda scared to go down there though. Not because of Herobrine or anything, but I just felt unequipped for any mobs that could be hiding in the dark. After a bit more torch placing, I came to a bit of an opening, but I decided to close it up. The last thing I wanted was a creeper sneaking up on me again. So I got to mining. With a few pieces of iron collected, I headed back up and checked on the time. It was still night, so I smelted the iron up and crafted myself a nice little hat. Then I figured the mine entrance would probably need some work, so I made some stairs to make it easier to get up and down. After the stairs were done, so was my iron, so I crafted an iron pickaxe and some boots. And with that came day 3. After a horrible fail at killing a chicken, I understood now. After gathering a few more materials, I tried making a bed and horribly failed at it. Those were pressure plates, not slabs by the way. So I took my rage out on the nearest cow. And then it was time for some more deforestation. Just kidding, I'm not that evil. So I promptly replanted the trees. Then I got to work on some more renovations.
As a child, I yearned for the mines.
After smashing my head on a bunch of rocks, I figured it's renovation time. After finishing with the mine, I tried making a painting, which finally, something I tried crafting worked. But I had to quickly relog because I got stuck again. I was really happy with the paintings because I'd be able to add a lot of decoration with them, so it was going to be pretty nice. After some laggy painting placing, I finally got one I wanted. And with that came the end of day 3. But just before it ended, I went out and grabbed some food. So I cooked it up and made another painting. And I got a pretty cool one that I was happy with. And I just admired my paintings. Then I was rudely interrupted by a pig sent by Herobrine to spy on me. Look at him. Trying to act like he wasn't spying on me. I knew what he was up to. After crafting a spare pickaxe, it was off to the mines. After digging just a few blocks, I already found another cave. I wasn't as scared to go in this one since I had a helmet and boots, but I was still wary. And after lighting it up, it was time to mine. With all the ores collected, it was back to digging. Just a bit of an explanation here, I got stuck in one of those bugged areas again and had to keep rejoining to try and fix it. I eventually figured out slowly but surely I could move, but it took a while. But eventually I got out, and I blocked up all the area that was glitched. And with that done, I had to divert my mine. I found some redstone, and then hit bedrock, and subsequently broke the one rule of Minecraft.
Falling, dreaming.
Don't dig straight down, because it turned out in this version you could mine right into the void, and that's what I did with all my items on me. And so it was back to spawn, and it turned out I'd been mining for so long, day 4 had came along. So I quickly made it back to my base, and finally found a jump into water I could make without breaking my legs. And I was back to basics. Had to chop down a tree, get some wood, get some cobble, and then I got all my tools, and I was ready to go back to the mines. Once I reached the bottomless pit, I made sure to fill it up. I did not want to lose all my stuff again. Then I accidentally uncovered some lava, so I figured I'd dig around it, see if I could find any diamonds. Or iron. Luckily, but also unluckily, I found some, but only one piece. Then I prepared to strip mine by counting 11 blocks up from the bottom of the world, because Y11 seemed to be around the best place to get diamonds. So it was off to mining. That was until my pickaxe broke. So I headed back up, made a new one, and on my way back down I decided I'd make some headroom for the stairs. And then I was back to mining. After a pickaxe and a half, I'd had enough mining, so I made some stairs and placed them all. With the stairs finished, I headed back up. And that was the end of day 4. I sorted out my inventory. And with that, concludes episode 1. Thank you so much for watching, it really means the most. And any support on this video would also mean a lot, even if it's just a like or a comment. But subscribing would also help so much. Any support is appreciated though. And at the end of the day, it's your choice. But if you liked the video, I would say consider liking. But anyway, thank you so much for watching the whole video. It does mean a lot. And see you in the next one. Quick interjection from me post-editing episode 2. This video was quite messy, but I made sure to clean it up in episode 2. So if you did enjoy, I do recommend watching episode 2, because I polished it a lot more than this one. With this one being my first and all, there were bound to be a few nicks here and there. But thank you for watching. See ya.